Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Fall in Love with It Friday, posted on Sunday. I'm sorry this one's late. I totally forgot to post it. I actually did the process on Friday, but I totally forgot to edit it and put it up, and then I seen it in my iMovie, and I'm like, oh no, I totally screwed up. So, anyway, I'm here to show you Fall in Love with It Friday, and for the month of February, Sandra and I will be using our sewing machines and learning to fall in love with them again. So, yeah, so that's what we're doing for the month of February. And so what you see me doing here is I'm actually just cutting some pieces of paper with a ruler, not a Tim Holtz ruler, because I have no idea where mine went. And I'm just trying to find things that I can layer uh, the picture on. So I was going to use that gray pattern in the background as my 12 by 12 sheet, and I'm like, no, I just don't like it. So I went to the dark gray cardstock and I used that instead, and I just like how it kind of complements the picture. Okay, so let's talk about the picture for a minute. So this picture is awful. Um, so this picture is actually from not this Christmas, from last Christmas. And it was funny because Sandra's like telling me, make sure you get a family picture for Christmas Day. Make sure. And I'm like, yeah, no problem. Christmas Day went and was gone. And I totally did not take a family picture. And I'm like, oh crap. And then we got busy after Christmas, so we couldn't get another family picture taken. And I was like, oh goodness, what am I going to do? And I'm like, maybe, just maybe, I could Photoshop us in all together on the same photo. So I tried. And let's just say it is very, very, very bad. I mean, I tried my best to try and make it work, and it was. I showed Sandra and she just started giggling. She's like, oh my goodness, that is like the funniest thing I've seen. So she's like, you have to scrapbook it. Well, I've had this picture in my little photo, kind of like, what do you want to call it? Like my little photo basket for pictures I need to scrapbook. I've had it in there for like over a year. So I'm like, no, you know what? I definitely need to scrapbook it. Oh, and can I just say, I also had to change the color tone on it from color to like this sepia tone to kind of make us all look like we were blended because the lighting was totally different for everybody's pictures. So, yeah, um, I did my best anyway. So, as for the layout, if while I was talking or watching the video, I was going to spray some gold. Well, I actually did spray some Heidi Swapp Gold Lame ink, and I was going to use that circle mask, and I didn't like it, so I actually just flipped over the page and started over again. I'm using all the papers that I pulled from my February kit that I pulled from my stash. So if you want to know what products I pulled, make sure you check out that video. I'll put it in the link below. And yeah, so all I'm going to be doing is just pulling the stuff that I pulled from that kit. So you can see that camera strip there. Oh my goodness, I had that in my stash forever. I think that was the very, very first haul, or not haul, but like rack that I got from Sandra, like when her and I just became friends. Yeah, I don't throw anything out apparently. So I used that, which that felt awesome to use it. So I got it out of my stash. Then I used these brand new thickers from the Dear Lizzy Serendipity line. Can I just tell you, those are amazing and I love them, and I want 5 more packages of them. I love them. And what else? Oh, that family, I actually cut them from a Project Life card, so bonus, got rid of that. And let's see, what else did I use up? There's a lot of older stuff that I used up, so I was really proud of myself. So of course, this is Fall in Love with It Friday. And for the month of February, Sandra and I are going to concentrate on using our sewing machines. So if you see up at the top right of the layout, you'll see these little lines, and those are actually stitched with my sewing machine using gold thread. And what I did is I actually went to the back side of the layout and pulled the top thread through. And then that way you can't, when I cut it off, you don't see those little, I don't know, like the little hairy ends on the layout. So I did that. And that's where it's going to house my journaling. So I already pre-decided that's where my journaling is going to go. And I'm hoping, sometimes I need more lines than what I think of. So I'm hoping it worked out. And in this case it does, but you'll see that in a minute. So I am just trying to pull some things from my stash. So there's this little felt doily, and that is from the Freckle Fawn. I think it was the December or the January kit. I can't remember. So I am going to use that, and I put this little die cut, and I believe that's from the Serendipity collection as well. And I'm just playing around with some of the die cuts in that are kicking around and trying to see if I can use them up. So, and then just adding some of these gold stars. I think those are actually from the Project Life, one of the Heidi Swap ones that has the extra embellishments. The gold foil kit, I think is what it's called. And so I just kind of sprinkled them around the page, and my glossy accents, the nozzle is totally screwed on it. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to tell you guys, okay, if you notice my desktop looks a little different, I actually have this extra piece of canvas that I had left over from doing a few projects, and it's just the canvas like material, so it's not like actually a board. So I actually want to try putting that down, and then I don't care if I spray or mist or add glue or stamp on it or anything like that. And I'm thinking what might happen at the end of, say, a month or a couple months or anything like that, that I will be able to, I don't know, make some art or something like that with it. So that's my thinking anyway. And then I have these little cameras. These are actually, what do you want to call them? They're from Studio Calico. They're like canvas sticker cameras. And they were in this white, and I wanted to kind of, you know, dress them up a little bit. So I actually took some, at first I took some Color Bloom ink and I put it on, but it was just way too light. So I actually went to the Dylusions ink, and I think this is the Tropicana Teal or something like that. And it was just a little too bright, so actually what I did is I took some water, put it over top, and then just kind of blended it out and then blotted it on this canvas piece of paper. So then that way it'll just kind of like mute the tone of that teal. So then I started drying them for a quick minute, and then I remembered that if you heat these up too much, then the like glue part of the sticker kind of gets all gummy. So I was like, you know what, I'll just try and peel them up as best as I can while they're wet, and luckily for me this time it worked. So I just added some of those cameras up at the top above the photo shop family kind of title, and here I'm just testing with a white signal, a Uniball pen, and I'm going to do my journaling there. And then I'm going to add the 2013 with those alpha stickers from that sticker sheet at the bottom. And that is pretty much it. So you're going to see the close-ups of this coming up very shortly. Thanks everybody for watching. Make sure you check out Sandra's video. And we will see you guys next week. Bye!